Good morning, it's Dr. Rick Carter McClure here, talking to heterosexual men. This channel is devoted to men, about men, and for men. So today we're going to talk about a big topic that most of my clients deal with, and that is anxiety. And oftentimes that anxiety is debilitating. So a lot of you men have grown up in an age where you are taught to fear everything, almost everything. And anytime you've confronted conflicts or had negative moods, someone has stepped in to protect you from developing any resiliency that you now need in actual life. And that's the fault of society, parenting, modern times, technology, you name it. In the end, it doesn't necessarily matter. It's that how do you deal with anxiety? So if you think about it, we get anxious when we are trying to control what we can't control, and you have to let go of what you cannot control. So basically, life is uncertain and unknowable. So that's the even playing field for all of us. When we make decisions, when we take risks, we are going into the unknown. And although many things are predictable, we really don't know exactly what the outcome is going to be. So you eventually have to develop confidence in yourself to be able to handle whatever life is going to throw you. And the more that you develop confidence in yourself to be able to handle situations, the more you're going to be willing to take risks. And eventually you have to take risks and chances and go into life to be able to build things, put things under your belt, in other words, that convince you that you have the resiliency and the ability to handle all kinds of situations that life is going to throw at you. So you're going to have painful events, happy events, conflicts, work conflicts, relationship conflicts. There are so many things that you are going to confront as an adult, and there's really no way around that. So hiding in a basement or living with your parents or avoiding any human contact is not a way to live your life. So I think initially you have to make a decision. Do you want to change this? Do you want to muster up the strength and the courage to go out there and make a change with yourself? Anxiety cannot be worked on by, you have to seek help for it and understand it, because it doesn't have to be debilitating. You can use cognitive behavioral skills that will help you reduce the ruminating in your head and the fear, because a lot of it really is just in our heads. And once you take some risks and take some chances, you'll see that it's not that scary, a lot of life. It's mostly inculcated over a period of time by other people who have fears. And people who let their fears drive them will live small lives. They're not going to take chances. I mean, if you think about agoraphobia, which is the fear of leaving the house, ultimately, the chances of getting killed or hit by a car or being in an accident are reduced significantly, but you don't have much of a life. So, gentlemen, I think if you want to go out there and create big lives and make your mark in society, you are going to have to take risks. And there is no way to know that that risk is going to pay off. And that's for all of us. We just take chances. Yes, you think about things and you weigh things, but ultimately getting into that paralysis of not being able to make a decision shows up so often in the relationships with men and women. Men can be very indecisive and uncertain and lack that confidence, where there's a lot of self-doubt and exercising their voice even. And I see that often in relationships, in marriages, where women tend to be more forthright with what they're feeling and what they think about things, and men tend to shut down and question themselves a lot more. And eventually you're going to have to walk through these fears find your voice, take risks, and the anxiety starts to go down when you recognize that you have a lot more skills than you think. And the only way that you're going to gain skills and resiliency is through actual practice in life. You cannot sit on the bench and gain skills. If you were a football player, the only way you're going to learn how to play football is to be out on the field doing it. And that is life as well. So even if you haven't been trained well, and I know many of you have not, and I'm really sorry about that for you. I really am. It wasn't fair. However, you're going to have to fix this. So to fix it is to just first make that decision that you're not going to let your life be taken over by that fear, and you're going to walk through it and deal with your anxiety as you go. And in further sessions or channel topics, we will discuss in more detail how you can work on that anxiety. But I just wanted you to start thinking about that initially you have to make that decision that you want a bigger life, because that's where it has to start. And you have to make the decision that you're not going to let fear rule you. Okay? That's all. Have a great day.